Annyeong! We are One to Sarang.
Your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Ang daming kilig every
Oh
time
my
we see
God.
K-drama.
We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa Tawanan at Kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Bunk Collective and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the main event, Mark.
Hey! Good morning, everyone! Kamusta? Kamusta ba ang vibrance ng stream natin kumpara in the past few weeks? sorry na, Julian. Sorry na. Sorry na. Akala ko talaga mo perfect ko yung intro eh. So, no. Sorry. Pero yan, I tried something new on our live stream. By the way, welcome to the Bunk Collective's official wrestling podcast in the Philippines. This is the main event Mark podcast. So, wala po akong webcam. Para lang sa kalaman nyo. And anyways, ayusin ko lang yung light ko. Sensya na. Ayan. Today, on our live stream, ulitin ko lang, we are going to have a special announcement for our members over at PWPH. So, wait lang kayo ng konti. Ayun. Kaya na rin din, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat, sa mga nakikinig dito sa live natin over on Facebook, facebook.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. And also on YouTube, youtube.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. Tsaka sa mga sumusuporta din sa show on all of our social platforms at MEM Wrestling Pod. Nauutal na ako because I could not wait to share this news with everyone. Ito na. Hindi ko to sinabi sa Bunk because alam naman nila ito. No? So, official announcement for PWPH. On May 28, 2024, or one day after that, we are going to debut the PWPH podcast. So, itong PWPH podcast, it's not weekly. Hindi rin siya podcast na gagawin namin weekly, no? Hindi rin siya podcast na magiging counterpart nitong main event, Mark. So, hindi. Ang mangyayari doon, it's more on a trajectory podcast. So, PWPH podcast is debuting by next week after DexCon Dekada. And I am really excited to share more of that pag sumali kayo sa PWPH. So, again, we are going to have the official PWPH podcast, which is, yan, the name, yun na nga yung name. So, the PWPH podcast. I could not wait to share more of that sa socials ng PWPH at PWPH Select. Yung episode na yun, ilalabas natin May 28 mismo sa birthday ng PWPH to celebrate the 8th year of our community. And no worries, itong podcast na to, hindi ito mawawala. Itong podcast na to is for Bunk. So, para sa akin to. Yung podcast na yon, it's for the community. So, andun ako, mag-appear ako doon, and ako yung magpo-produce ng show na yon. So, technically, host din ako doon, obviously. Pero yun, PWPH podcast is set for next week. And I cannot wait to share more of that pagka marami ng details na pwede kong ilabas sa inyong lahat. Pero for the meantime, again, dito sa main event, maraming salamat din sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa atin. This week na parating is the official anniversary din ng The Main Event Mark, originally known as the MTA Show Podcast. And marami rin kayong dapat abangan dito sa show na to mismo, sa main event. Not only the episode that we are going to do by next week. So next week's episode for the main event Mark is going to be huge because of our live stream na predictions plus the anniversary stream. Hindi lang yon kasi by next week, baka i-announce ko na din yung mga bagay-bagay na mangyayari come season 7 of the main event Mark. So, planado na yon at paplanuhin pa ng mas maganda. Pero for the meantime, let's go back muna sa mga pag-uusapan natin when it comes to wrestling. And let's go back muna din sa mga bagay-bagay na dapat kong i-plug. So obviously, itong main event is available on all of our social media platforms. So it's Facebook, sa X, Instagram, sa YouTube, at sa TikTok, at MEM Wrestling Pod. Huwag nang isipin yung Threads. Threads is dead. Just like your father. Joke lang. Nagpupulbeg lang ng Christian Cage yan. Pero yun, yung Threads, sige na isipin yun. Hindi ko na ginagamit yung Threads ko. Dead na rin naman yung Threads as a whole. So, that might be it. Pero yun, also, supportahan nyo rin yung YouTube channel ng Main Event Mark. So, that's youtube.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. And also, for everyone who is supporting the show and also for the community, I hope you guys are fine. I hope you guys are safe. And for the meantime, let's promote muna isang importanteng bagay na mangyayari na next week. So next week is DexCon Dekada. So mangyayari na yan in a couple of days from now. Nahihinaan ko ba yung ano ko o yung system ko lang, sorry guys. Pero yun, next week is DexCon Dekada. Our main event is Jake De Leon versus Zack Sabre Jr. It's a international dream match na mangyayari na come next week. May 25 yung meet and greet sa Collective Base in Green Hills. May 26 is the show day at Brawl Pit Bulusan. Both of the shows are now sold out as we speak. Ewan ko lang, di ako sure sa numbers sa meet and greet. Pero I think the show is sold out now. We will determine more details as soon as we have them. Also, Republica is on June 9 for MWF sa UP Media Center naman siya gaganapin. So, yeah. Maraming na-announce na for DexCon Dekada and marami na rin akong na-announce technically for us for DexCon Dekada. And we will share more of the information sa social media din ni DexCon. So DexCon will share more news on their platforms regarding on this event. So also magte-take place din sa DexCon Dekada is the one-on-one match between Tajiris, ano ba tawag ko dito? Tajiris future guys in the Philippines. Ganun na nga lang, para mas madali. So, Fabio Makisig versus Jomar. I'm not going to say Liwanag because he's no longer part of the Liwanag family. Pero yun, ba't ako nag-hesitate? Pero yun guys, I hope you guys can watch the show on VOD if DexCon will release this. If it's available then, I swear guys, you should watch it. And yun, DexCon Dekada is a co-production ng DexCon at ng Manila Wrestling Federation in the fall. Okay, so we're back on the stream. Hello din kay Ina. here on our stream. Tanggalin ko nga muna ang aking slide share para makita nyo din yung aking mukha. Which is, medyo nag-iba na. Aminin ko ha, nag-a-adjust pa ako sa format na to. Hindi ko to format. So, kung hindi nyo gusto yung mga pinagsasabi ko dito, you can get the fuck out. Dalawang kausap. Okay. So, let's talk about the King and Queen of the Ring. So, let's start with the updates. Syempre, yung picture ko, hindi pa rin updated as usual kasi late na ako nagising kanina. Ayan. This week on SmackDown, na-update na to. So, Randy Orton is going to the semifinals of the tournament. Also, Tama Tonga is going to the semifinals of the tournament. Everybody knows that everyone disliked the idea of LA Knight not going to the finals of this cup. On Raw side of things, marami ding nadismaya. So we have Gunther going over Kofi Kingston, and then Jey Uso going over Ilya Dragunov. Ano ba masasabi ko? Yung Raw side of things, it's very appropriate. Sa totoo lang, okay siya sa akin. Kasi I don't really think that Gunther and Ilya Dragunov deserves to face each other on the free TV. I don't care about the trajectory na kayo ay gusto nyo ng banger every week. Baka lang di nyo alam, may pay-per-view na parating si WWE sa Berlin. And if you think what I'm thinking, that match might take place on that show. Over on SmackDown, so Randy Orton defeated Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes main eventing his second SmackDown. And that was an amazing match. And I really like the idea of it as well. And to the fact na I'm really impressed on Carmelo Hayes. So that's important to me. And to you guys, ano bang masasabi nyo sa takbo ng King and Queen of the Ring tournament so far? Let us know in the comment section. Also, on SmackDown, maraming hindi nagustuhan yung dalawang matches na to. So, Jey Uso beating Ilya and LA Knight losing to Tama Tonga. Guys, just to understand ha, wala akong problema kay Tama. Tama is putting himself or ano ba ang tamang trajectory dito? Sa tingin ko, he is building himself using the tournament. I don't care if he's losing to someone like Randy Orton. Pero wala eh. Siya lang naman kasi talaga yung sa tingin ko dapat ay tumalo or tatalunin ni Gunther. So, kung tatalunin niya, I mean si Gunther, ni Tama Tonga, I don't think it makes sense. So, ang ating semifinals, possibly, so it's Orton versus Tama Tonga, and then Gunther versus Jey Uso. I know some of you might say, wala eh, obvious naman na yan eh. Ba't pa natin pinag-uusapan? Pero yun, I think it might go pa din kay Orton at saka kay Gunther because it feels na it's very protected pa. Tama is establishing himself pa kaya he needed the win more. Mismo. Kanya yung pinapoint ko na he is using King and Queen of the Ring tournament to establish himself. So, para sa akin, wala akong issue doon. Ang mga fans mismo yung may issue eh. Kaya ang hirap sa inyo eh. Mga fans mismo yung may issue. When it comes to this type of BS. Ayan. Tapos na tayo sa men's. Ituloy natin sa women's. So, women's, wala namang masyadong problema dito. So, sorry guys, pasensya na. Ayun, so women's side, so outdated pa din to, pasensya na. So, Io Sky went to the finals of the Raw side of things over Shayna Baszler. And then Lyra Valkyria defeated Zoe Stark. So, ang maglalaban ngayon sa semis or Raw finals is technically Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria, which is two of my favorites. Ayoko kasi manalo yung isang taga SmackDown na sinasabing buntis daw. Mamaya i-reveal natin kung sino. Nag-blind item pa ako. Nag-blind item pa. Putang ina. Pero yun, yung nasa SmackDown, sana totoo yung rumor, no? No offense. Pero sana totoo yung rumor. Para justified na yung pick ko. Pero yun, going back, so mamaya na magpiprediction. So, women's side of things. So, we have Nia Jax advancing to the SmackDown finals thanks to Jade Cargill assaulting her with a steel chair. And then, ito, maraming may ayaw dito sa decision na to. So, Tiffany Stratton just lost her title or Queen of the Ring match over Bianca, and Bianca won the match, advancing to the semifinals. And I don't know what I'm going to say here. Jade and Nia. Gago ka talaga. Pero I don't know guys, pero hindi ako upset sa bracket na to for women's. Para sa akin lang, tama lang na matalo si Jade because I don't really think na it's Jade's time to establish herself sa Queen of the Ring. I don't think reader na dapat manalo din si Bianca Belair. So, medyo nonsense na siya yung nag-qualify sa finals. Hindi rin naman tama na si Tiffany yung dapat ilaban kay Bianca. Pero wala nandiyan na yan eh. Oo, tama talaga na mas may sense na malus talaga siya by DQ. Ayun, pero Tiffany Stratton, hindi ko matanggap na natalo siya kay Bianca. It's because of Bianca kasi, parang basically lang ito dinibunk lang nila yung rumor na buntis si Bianca. Pero hindi rin naman ako convinced na buntis talaga si Bianca. Kung naniniwala kayong buntis si Bianca, well, I don't blame you guys because rumor mill na yan. Na-expose niya lang siya ni Angelo Dawkins nung kinaumagahan. And I don't blame you either na maniniwala rin kayo. So it's on you. Jokes on you. Jokes on you. Then, kung ganun. Pero wala na. Nabati na yung bracket ko. Nabati na yung bracket ko eh. So, hindi na ako magbibigay ng prediction ko. Ang isi-sure ko na lang yung possible na finals natin, it's going to be Io Sky or I would love to see Lyra. Pero putang inan, Nia Jax to eh. So, I really think it's going to be Io Sky versus Nia Jax or someone like Bianca. Bianca doesn't want to fight damage control. So, I don't really get the point of putting Bianca on it again. Yan sa akin lang yun Pero, Nia Jax as Queen of the Ring, ay putang ina. Ang ganda ng trajectory yan. Pero anyways, guys, wala akong issue with Nia becoming Queen of the Ring. And hindi rin ako magko-complain because that's a really good idea. And someone like Nia Jax can actually aggressively take over everything. And she can get her title shot at the same time. So that's a good thing. See? Para sa akin, maganda pa rin to. No issue. Okay. So, dagdag na rin natin tong si Logan Paul at saka si Cody. They made the match official. Pasensya na, di nyo pa rin makita yung mukha ko. Ano ba yung picture? Yan. So, yun. Everything was made official earlier over on SmackDown that the main event for King and Queen of the Ring is going to be a one-on-one match for the undisputed WWE Championship, and it's Cody Rhodes versus Roman Paul. I mean Logan Paul. Pero yun. Ano ba masasabi nyo na hindi on the line yung title ni Logan Paul dito? To me, it makes sense. Kasi I don't really think si Logan Paul talaga ang makakatalo kay Cody. And I don't think either that it should be the trajectory then when it comes to this reign of Cody. Pero para lang din naman sa Saudi ito eh. So, sige. Okay, good. Ayaw mo na magbigay ng ano ko. Siguro next week, mas bigyan ko ng trajectory to. Pero, ang malinaw sa akin ngayon, si Cody, meron na siyang trajectory reason din para kalabanin pa si Logan Paul for one of his belt lang. So, one belt lang. Pero, it doesn't mean then na may logic din si Roman para makuha niya yung title shot niya. So, I don't really think that it might happen. And I don't think either way na Cody might fight Roman again for the title after nitong SummerSlam or after nitong King and Queen. Pero yun, wala na. Magpo-focus na sila sa Roman set down the line after nitong PLE na to. Pero yun, mamaya pag-usapan din natin over this podcast yung progress sa NXT. And also yung progress din ng ladder match na sineset ngayon ni NXT over on their show. Bago tayo mag-commercial break, just a real quick, may update si WWE that during the tapings for NXT yesterday or a few days ago, Ivar was injured. It's been confirmed by PW Insider and Ivar himself that he got injured during the assault of Gallows. So medyo palabas na lang sa akin yun. So technically, he got injured during the tapings mismo. Pero for me, I feel bad for Ivar. Sobrang nalungkot ako doon. Pero wala eh. You could not predict injuries talaga. And just an update then, Apollo Crews replaced Ivar din doon sa tournament na ginaganap ngayon sa X. Kung kayo ginagamit nyo pa rin yung X, yung social media platform at Twitter. So yun, in progress po yung Speed number 1 Contenders Tournament. So, wala na. Tyler Bate na talaga. Tyler Bate na talaga yung mananalo doon sa tournament na yun. So, ito lang ang pinagtatakahan ko doon ha. Bonus lang to. Bakit nga ba hindi dinadala sa Raw or minimension sa Raw na Speed Champion si Ricochet? Siguro part yun ng deal or just something ruins it or not letting WWE then? Laglag na si Berto the Goat? Wala eh. Wala eh, laglag na eh. Laglag na yung pick mo eh. Laglag na yung paborito mo eh. Wala tayong magagawa dyan. Laglag na yung favorite mo eh. Pero yan guys, X-update, laglag na si Humberto Carrillo, the greatest of all time. Tangin na talagang to ni Julian ng puta. Pinapahamak mo talaga ako eh. Pero yun, ang masasabi ko, wala. I just wish na maging fine both members of Viking Raiders. Yan lang naman. I don't want to comment about it that much. Mamaya, mas marami akong i-comment sa paborito kong segment sa mga live streams natin. Papasok tayo sa Tony Khan Medical Center dahil may nangyari pong kabalaghan na hindi ako makapaniwala at hindi rin ako makapaniwala na nangyayari to right now. I can't believe that this shit is going on right now, and I can't believe I have to share this with you guys. I have to share my frustrations as well. Wala eh. Wala akong magagawa eh. It's a matter of time din na gawin din ni Tony yung katangahan niya eh. So it's on him. It's on him talaga. Pero going back, bago tayo magpatuloy, pag-usapan nga rin natin talaga yung updates when it comes to AEW Double or Nothing. Kung nawawala yung audio ko, let me know. Pasensya na. May nahanap kasi akong importante yung bagay na i-address natin throughout the stream. So, yeah. Yan, ina-upload ko lang as we speak right now. Pero we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will talk about the Pro Wrestling Noah's announcement yesterday with WWE, yung panalo din ni Tony D'Angelo as the Heritage Cup champion, yung main event na tinarantado ni Tony Khan sa Dynamite, yung details din ng contract ng lahat ng WWE shows come the September, and many more when we back here on the Main Event Park podcast. For the meantime, let's check our Kabong page on Bong Collective.
Been wanting to learn about different careers? Or just need that nudge to pursue your passion projects? Here at Project Offbeat Careers Podcast, we talk to guests with unique careers outside the usual corporate shtick. Listen to historians, gamers, teachers, and cosplayers. See how they've succeeded and how you can apply their learnings to your workplace. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And get ready to take the off-beaten path with us.
Yun, we're back on the stream. So, kakakita ko lang nung comment ni Wayne, Tito Wayne, about the upcoming match between Jake De Leon and Zack Sabre Jr. Yes, it will be one of the greatest matches, if not the greatest match ever in the Philippines. I cannot wait to see how things will fold come Dexcon Decada, and I cannot wait to share with you guys my thoughts as well on it once na mag-air siya on our platforms. Okay, so far, pasensya na, gumagalaw na naman ako. Yun, in-announce na yung main event possibly ng AEW Double or Nothing. Seamlessly, kasi di naman nila sinasabing main event yung match between the Team AEW and also Team Elite. So most likely, ang main event for this year's Double or Nothing will feature Mercedes Moné, our favorite, and also Willow Nightingale for the TBS title. And obviously, hindi rin magbe-main event si Swerve. Based on what we're getting, I might be wrong here, pero this might be the main event for Double or Nothing. Anong masasabi ko muna? I can say TK is trusting Mercedes Moné na kaya niyang mag-draw and kaya niya ding ilagay yung AEW on her back. And I'm really hoping that panindigan nila to. Because this might be their shining moment when it comes to the women's division of AEW. However, another side of the coin, I kind of feel bad for Toni Storm because she never got this treatment. I know star power wise they have different backgrounds and different gimmicks, but I really understand. Kung Mercedes Monet versus Tony Storm, yung mangyayari, sure, we might get that outcome and we might get that same thing that I just discussed to you. Pero, Anarchy the Arena. So, let's talk about this real quick. So, FTR, then Brian Danielson, and Eddie Kingston versus the Elite. I get what they are looking here, and I get what we are getting on this event. Pero AEW fans apparently already complaining and also mentioning that this event might be better than WrestleMania or better than Backlash France na sobrang mid sa totoo lang. But we will talk about Backlash in another episode, which is we're going to release that on Monday. Pero for the meantime, let's talk about this first. I'm really looking forward on what will happen sa Double or Nothing. Same din, of course, sa King and Queen of the Ring. Pero it hits different on how we should look forward sa mga mangyayari na to sa Backlash France. I know Backlash France is kind of mid, but we need to think. It's a B plus event na live sa France. So I'm not expecting that big, that much. Pero I'm not going to say it's bad either. Pero yun nga. AEW show this year that this might be the biggest one. And I cannot imagine if Mercedes headlines the show. And I like what I said, malaking tiwala ni TK kay Mercedes. Sure. Pero I'm not that confident that she might be the one who can pull the trigger for AEW. Yeah. So that's it for our 5 takes of the week. By the way, this 5 takes talk that we just discussed. Ang haba pala na. But anyways, habang nagko-comment kayo dyan, nag-aantay kayo ng response on some of our questions. And please leave your comments on our comment section for our Ask Angelo Anything. And we might address all of your questions habang andito tayo sa stream. And yeah, I cannot wait to share with you my answers on that. Pero for the meantime, habang wala pa tayong questions dito sa live, ako muna magtatanong. Ha? Kung wala mang tanong so far, ako magtatanong. Sa tingin nyo, nahigitan na ba ni Backlash France yung nangyaring Backlash last year sa Puerto Rico? Ang akin kasi dito, simplest answer that I can provide to you is actually yes. To me, the show was amazing in Puerto Rico. The show ng France was a banger, literally banger. And to imagine how things went out during Backlash France is just wow, holy crap. We got the best crowd of the year. It's easily better than WrestleMania this year. Sorry, WrestleMania fans. But I think this is better than WrestleMania already. But when it comes to the matches ng Backlash France, okay. So the women's title was a really good match. Pag-usapan na lang natin yun, mas mahaba sa episode natin. Pero I would say the opener was clusterfuck as fuck. That was a really good clusterfuck. Then we have the Stephanie versus Bailey versus Bianca Belair. Bailey, I mean. I'm really confusing Bailey to Bianca now because it's been years. Like, holy shit. Sorry, guys. But, ayun. Speaking of Bianca and Jade won the women's tag team titles also on this PLE. And it's kind of makes sense to me. But like what I said, we're going to talk about more of that on our upcoming episode. Pero for the meantime, since we are here already, ano ba mas okay na crowd? Para sa akin kasi mas okay talaga yung crowd sa Backlash France because I can see everyone literally is getting their applause and they're getting shit because of what happened sa Backlash France. Except if your name is Karrion Kross, sure, you're not going to get that applause from the WWE Universe. Pucha, on one part, kinanta pa nila yung theme song ni Randy Orton. And pucha, I could not say na, ang alam mo yun, sinasabi ko lagi on my recent streams or yung mga show ko recently, pakidala na nung crowd na nandun sa France sa mga shows sa US. And it might show difference. Pakibigyan ng kahit anong accommodation or stuff yung mga taga France as long as we might get this crowd. And holy shit, I cannot wait to see a WrestleMania in France. I swear to God, I want WrestleMania in France. That's what we wanted. That's what I want. And sa totoo lang, dami din naghahangad ng WrestleMania outside of the United States or Canada. Yun. Speaking of which, si Saudi, apparently, they want more events, the WWE, in their own country. So, they want specifically Big Five. So, it's WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, or might be SummerSlam. They want one of those events na mangyayari sa Saudi. Is that means we are getting WrestleMania in France or Saudi? Ang weird though that we supposedly getting WrestleMania in France. Pero it's more weirder that we are getting WrestleMania Saudi by 42, 43, 44. And ang weird kaya ng WrestleMania na gabi. Imagine that, ang weird, manonood ka 1 a.m. ng WrestleMania sa Saudi. 1 a.m. Saudi, WrestleMania. Imagine that. Holy man. Yan siguro yung isang event na hindi ko papanood at hindi ko matatanggap na mangyayari. But, yun nga, WrestleMania is Saudi bound possibly. And speaking of WrestleMania, it's been announced that WrestleMania 41 will take place on April 19 to 20 sa Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So, ito na siguro yung pinaka-late na WrestleMania sa pagkakalala ko. Ang pinaka-late nun was April 9 as far as we know correctly, or April 8. Pero April 19, 20, wow! Tangina, paano kaya nila i-build yung road to WrestleMania if with this setup na April 19 at 20 yung road to WrestleMania? Feeling ko magsisame pa din yan, same dates pa din for the shows, and we might not get any different treatment. Pinahaba lang yung road to WrestleMania. So most likely that's what we're going to get on this year's WrestleMania. Oo, pinaka-late na yung mid-April. And actually, totoo naman. I think ang pinaka-late was recent WrestleMania, April 8 or April 9. Pero ang weird kasi sa totoo lang na April 19 yung WrestleMania, at least medyo malayo pa siya doon sa binabalita na May. Okay lang din, wala naman akong complain. Pero ang complain ko, is on how the WrestleMania week goes. Like, hindi na nila binabago eh. Ayaw nila baguhin, so they are messing again with how things will go on WrestleMania week. And they're building disaster after disaster with how things is going. And wala eh. Most likely, ganun pa din by 42, 43, or possibly i-evaluate yun ni Triple H down the line. But I'm really hoping for that then. Pero putya, ina kasi. Ilagay nyo na sa Wednesday or Thursday yung stand and deliver. And then we are done. Almost done. Yun naman sasabi ko. WrestleMania week, sacrifice nyo na yung Wednesday nyo ng araw na yon. Huwag tayo manood ng Dynamite kung maaari, pero hindi kasi marami pa din fans ng AEW. And I doubt that AEW might beat their counterpart by then. Even ROH. ROH. Ginagamit lang naman yung show just for the continuity. But yes, I really understand too. Yun. Last bit of news before we continue. Alam nyo ba na may nangyaring kababalaghan sa AEW? Alam nyo, I'm really don't want to talk about this. Pero I'm very disgusted on what happened sa AEW recently. Doon sa show nila where there are two pricks on that front row that's shouting for Sky Blue, and basically the summary, di siya nakatiis. She was disappointed and Saraya confronted those guys and was asked to leave the building. Pero ewan ko, pansin ko na rin to sa fandom yung hindi naman lahat, pero most of the fandom that we have on AEW, they have this very disgusting behavior. I don't know if I should discuss this on stream, pero pucha, be fine. Mag-ingat kayo, pucha. This is something very disgusting. And we might discuss this more on the stream or our audio. Save ko na lang doon yung mas mahabang thoughts ko about it. But I'm very disgusted on what happened during that show. And although I don't like how AEW goes recently, but still, hindi ko kayang konsintihin yung mga nangyayari na yun. It's very disappointing. Very disgusting. If you are asking me about it. Pero, for the meantime, just for the continuity, again, ulitin natin, please lay down yung questions sa comment section natin. And we're going to read some of your comments sa ating platform. So at least 3 to 5 questions are enough kasi mahaba na masyado yung stream time natin. So lay down your comments. We're just going to take a short break, and when we back, we will start answering some of your questions. That is wrestling related lang. Kukutukan ko mag-mention dyan ng hindi wrestling related. Pero, for the meantime, let's check our kabunkmates on Bunk Collective.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
That was the OG, Mo Twister, promoting this podcast. If you like Korean pop culture, or know someone who does, then get into it, and visit our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages at the Kingdom Pod PH.
We're proud to tell you that this is one of the premier shows to go to for your weekly dose of K-pop. So drop everything and listen to the Kingdom Podcast. Available in all your podcast streaming platforms. Join us!
Ayan, akala ko sasablay na naman ako. So thank you again for waiting here on our stream. So dito na tayo sa part kung saan typically tutulog lang ako. Hindi, joke lang. Ayun, konting thoughts lang on the current run ng storylines over on MWF. So far, I really like how this kasaysayan tapings went out. Medyo ang ano din sa akin na walang mic. Nagkaroon ng technical problems throughout the episode apparently. And although nagkaroon ng problema, nagkakaintindihan pa rin lahat. So that's a good thing. And hindi na wala yung commentary. So wala akong problema doon. Wala rin tayong problema on the current storylines that MWF is having, especially with Fabio versus Danny Zamora, then Oro Plata Mata versus MWF, and yung continuity then with the current storyline with JDL versus the MWF President William Elvin. Para sa akin, ang straightforward. So, haba pa to. I cannot wait to see more of MWF pagkatapos ng taping sa tong parating sa June, and yung parating nilang show sa Republika tsaka sa Lights Camera Action, if we can get an information on the new dates ng Lights Camera Action. So, marami kayong abangan din down the line pag may information na rin tayo from MWF. So, yun lang muna. Pero para sa akin, interesting pa din yung stories. I hope lang na parang ang dating kasi sa akin, hindi siya minamadali. Pero it's more on how you will be excited then, on how things might go. Also, announced din ni MWF that this year magkakaroon ng Chiliwili Cup at saka yung Yapi Cup. Alam niyo na yung naiisip ko. Nasabi ko na sa ibang episode yung trajectory ko about it. Feeling ko magkakatotoo yan. Ako na nagkasabi sa inyo. Women's Tyro for the win. Yan. That's it for our episode this week here on the main event. So, pasadahan na lang natin yung ilan pang mga reports that we are confirming. So, WWE, alam naman natin na meron silang papakita ba yung picture ko? So, no. Ayan, di ko na ipapakita. So, si Project Pro Wrestling Noah, they have this continuous partnership with the WWE. So, ang goal nila ngayon, nagkaroon sila ng new president, nagkaroon din ng bagong booker, and everything. And the third top priority is to continue their partnership with WWE. So, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Or magandang bagay ba siya? Oh. Pero knowing WWE's partnership in the past, baka sabihin nyo, ay, para lang ding AEW yan, pagkakamatagalan, baka ano naman mangyari dyan sa partnership na yan. I hope it's not. Iba naman nga era na ngayon ng WWE. So, we might see new things when it comes to this type of partnerships. So, may tiwala ako kay Triple H kaysa sa iba dyan. So, we might get more of that when it comes to this type of partnerships. And hindi pa yan matatapos sa Noah lang, hindi rin matatapos sa TNA lang. Malay nyo, AEW, WWE, partnership. That would be great. Yun. Tapusin na lang natin tong stream natin with our favorite hospital. Tangina, nagpa-plug pa sa hospital na to. Hindi, joke lang. So, yan, please follow and support all of our podcast platforms sa Facebook, sa X, sa Instagram, sa TikTok, sa TikTok din, at saka sa YouTube, youtube.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. And of course, everyone who is supporting us here on Bang Collective, of course, belated happy birthday sa producer ng show ko, si Yuki Dustin. Happy birthday. And you can catch din yung episodes ng The Kingdom Podcast sa kanilang platform. So, pinag-uusapan nila doon, parang nagkakaroon sila ng change of roles when it comes to their goal sa K-pop preference sila. I don't know if I can discuss that correctly. Pero yun, you can listen din sa Kingdom Podcast. Happy birthday again sa aking producer, DJ Yuki of the Kingdom Podcast. So, again, plug natin, Dexcon Dekada, next week na to, May 25 sa Collective Base in San Juan sa Green Hills, and May 26 the show day at 6 p.m. sa Brawl Pit Bulusan. The main event is obviously Jake De Leon versus Zack Sabre Jr. This show is going to be one of the best shows that we're going to have in the local wrestling scene. June 9, MWF Republica. Doon naman yan sa UP Media Center sa Quezon City pa din. So I hope we can see you there, especially with MWF sa dekada. And of course, panoorin nyo pa din yung MWF sa Rakapanela for their recent tape shows. At saka next week, nga pala, munti kang kumalimutan, yung PWPH podcast, i-announce namin pa yung mga details over on our community. So PWPH, Pro Wrestling PH Club. And yung podcast natin next week is going to be big. And again, sa mga nakikinig at nanonood dito since 2020, maraming salamat sa pagsuporta niyo sa show na to. May 21 falls on a weekday. So technically, wala akong stream noon, wala rin akong episode. So, magpapasalamat na ako sa lahat ng sumuporta, sa lahat ng network na sumalo sa show na to. Sa mga nakinig, sumuko, sa mga andito pa din since 2020, sa Pipe Network, may network before, sa Bong Collective, may present network right now, sa lahat ng nag-produce ng show ko, Yuki, maraming salamat din sa'yo for saving my show as a whole. Thank you. I'm really grateful that you'll be able to be part of the saving grace of this show. Kaya maraming salamat talaga to you on how you projected everything on this current era of the Main Event Mark podcast. Again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng nakinig, lahat ng nakikinig, na nanonood din sa mga live natin. Kung wala kayo, wala rin ako. So, yun. Happy 4th anniversary here on the Main Event Mark. Again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumusuporta dito sa main event. Thank you din. And I hope di kayo mawala sa amin at hindi rin kayo mawala sa akin for the next 4 years. Lalo't lumalaki na tayo sa scene at isang napakalaking karangalan din na naging part ako ng scene na to sa loob ng 10 taon na yon ng local wrestling scene natin. 7 years fan ako ng wrestling scene and 4 years with the show. So, sobrang proud ako na naging part ako ng scene na to. Yun, that's it for me here on the main event. Again, happy anniversary to this show. I hope you guys are safe. Thank you very much again for joining us here on the stream. Again, happy birthday sa aking producer, DJ Yuki of the Kingdom Podcast. Stay safe and stay reso. Goodbye for now. And we will see ya on Dexcon Dekada. And next week, of course, here on the stream. Goodbye for now.